King of Sports, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Nemesis Tour here on New Japan Strong. I'm Kevin Kelly along with Alex Kozlov. And, of course, we're counting down to the US of J Openweight Challenge match with Switchblade Jay White versus Christopher Daniels. But here this week, I cannot wait to see our main event one-on-one, Gabriel Kidd versus Eddie Kingston. This is going to be a very complex match.
Well, I think we're going to see a fight. Both of these men know each other and they respect each other. But it doesn't matter what struggles they've been through. They're coming to fight to get that victory.
Can't wait to see it. And, of course, tag team action as well. A hot rising team. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for Chris Bay and Hikuleo because they have been successful here on Strong. They've also had success in Impact. And they will take on the debuting Keita Murray and Jordan Clearwater. Our opener, how about this one, your favorite? The DKC in the house?
No. It's the TJP is in the house.
TJP is his opponent representing the United Empire.
That's right. And DKC is obviously looking for a little dose of revenge, representing the LA Dojo. But be careful. TJP is a dangerous man right now. It's a different version that you've not seen before. And he may just dismantle the house you come from.
Let's find out what happens. Our opening match, heading to the ring.
本日のオープンマッチ15分一本勝負を行います。赤コーナー LA 当時172センチ70キロサティケシ
It warms your heart, doesn't it, on this cold January night to see the DKC in action?
Well, a very enthusiastic, scrappy individual representing.
Did you say scrappy?
Yeah, he's real scrappy. We've seen him. We're talking about DKC, right?
Yeah. Well, this always bothers me. Not the United Empire. My philosophical differences with the group notwithstanding, but the fact that TJP would turn his back on the LA Dojo, to me, says more about TJP than perhaps what the United Empire could offer. Maybe he was never deserving of being part of the prestigious LA Dojo.
Look, maybe we don't need to hear your moral standards and how people should live their lives.
パブリックエネミー TJP!
The TJP is in the house, Kevin.
So he's the TJP, according to you?
Well, ever since he turned his back on the LA Dojo and left the LA Dojo with a river of tears, he's also taken the from DKC.
Oh, no. Well, listen, I know that you were the first one to call it. And I waved my hand, I scoffed, as you said, you know, the TJP's not that nice of a guy. He's not really true to himself. And I was like, oh, please stop. And then there he is joining the United Empire, turning his back on the fans, turning his back on the LA Dojo. And you were proven right. I was wrong.
Oh my God, DKC not wasting any time with a karate dropkick.
There's a price to pay, though, when you turn your back on the Shibata crowd. And even though it was Clark Connors, of course, who was the recipient, but all for one and one for all. And I got a feeling when Clark gets back, gets healthy, and gets ready, he is going to be on fire looking for TJP. Oh, hey!
DKC just dropkicked TJP into the barricade, and he is full of energy here. And look, it doesn't matter if it's Clark Connors, if it's DKC, Kevin Knight, they're like brothers, and they stick together, and they're here to, you know, defend the honor of the LA Dojo.
Wait a minute, here's a cover. Nick Bonanno counts one. And the TJP, see, now you got me doing it. TJP is on the receiving end right now. And the DKC with another cover. This time, barely a 1 count.
Well, you can clearly see that TJP has gotten in the head of the whole LA dojo. And I'm sure in Shibata said as well, oh my God! Wrapped him up and pulled his limbs in directions where they're not supposed to go. And just like that, he's leveled, and TJP, the veteran, is in control. I mean, come on.
Listen.
3 years. Did they just say DKC sucks?
No, they were saying, well, yeah, there was a back and forth, shall we say.
Or were they saying TJP sucks? Because that would be disrespectful.
I think that's how it started. You never know with fans these days. Sets looking for,
wow.
Wait a minute, DKC catches him, quick suplex.
He came prepared.
Leg is hooked, and a kick out. Obviously, the United Empire riding high as we cross the threshold into the new year. We want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Nemesis Tour, a big series of main events each and every night over the next 4 weeks, which will culminate in the US of J Openweight Challenge Series. Oh, boy. Oh,
look at that. Just so skillful, so fluid. There's no more beautiful wrestler in skill than TJP.
Here's a cover, a kick out.
Excuse me, the TJP.
Switchblade Jay White issuing the open challenge for, as he referred to it, the young upstart, up-and-comer, Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, you know, I did some research on him. Apparently he's done some things.
Yes, there could be books written about what Christopher Daniels has accomplished in the professional wrestling industry.
No, I mean, based on what I've read, a very decorated career.
Yeah, you mean to, wow, that boot wash is something else. You mean to tell me you had to look up and did research on the accolades of Christopher Daniels? You've wrestled him how many countless times?
Look, Jay White is a given man, no matter who the man in front of him
here
is.
We go. Beautiful slingshot senton, and DKC down, but not out. He kicks out at 2. Yes, of course, Switchblade Jay White is a giver and a treat to all the fans, giving this young upstart, as he said, Christopher Daniels, a challenge, an opportunity to make a name for himself in the US of J Openweight Challenge Series. So we'll see how that goes. That's the culmination of the Nemesis Tour, and night one's main event should be a great one, as we talked about in the open. Eddie Kingston versus Gabriel Kidd. It's going to be a very physical, emotionally taxing main event. I think it's going to be one that even we really get into to call.
No doubt about it. Both of these men respect each other, and they're looking to bring the fight to each other, as DKC is fighting out of that hold, trying to get some action going, but the veteran in the TJP cuts him off very swiftly and very quickly.
TJP, no reverse. Hits the ropes, tries.
Oh, look at that.
Blocking the
You
drop
ever
toe
seen that?
hold. No, that is smart. And sets into the figure 4.
I don't think I've seen any wrestler block the drop toe hold.
No, the drop toe hold is almost an automatic. But TJP making anything but easy work for DKC. Obviously, TJP, of course, should be facing more experienced competition, but signing on to this match because the LA Dojo squad really wanted to get a piece of him. Like you said, whether it's TJP or Kevin Knight or DKC, Kevin Knight, or Clark Connors. The battle with Clark Connors is eventually going to happen.
He will, in due time, and these LA Dojo boys need to be patient. Look, the name of the tour is Nemesis, and who does that describe better than TJP? He is the LA Dojo Nemesis.
He's societal's nemesis if you read some of the things that are written about him in social media.
Sure, he is the public enemy. The fans are not happy with him because they don't understand him. Look at that.
Drop kick there by the DKC, an answer.
There's that scrappiness I was telling you about.
Of course, the DKC had started his professional wrestling career competing for a few years, given the opportunity to compete on Strong, and then begged for the chance to train alongside Katsuyori Shibata, who said, follow me, and now starting to work in some of that karate background, Alex.
His karate chops very effective, taxing on TJP.
There's your drop toe hold. That one worked.
That was electric.
And a bulldog.
DK fire. And this is what he calls this move right here as he hangs TJP over the knee. Chopping him down. DK fire.
And drops it. Here is a cover with the leg hook. Nick Bonanno counts 2, but that's it because TJP is able to kick out. We'll see Chris Bay, Hikuleo tag team action against Keita Murray and Jordan Clearwater before our big main event with Gabriel Kidd and Eddie Kingston here on New Japan Strong. We thank you for joining us.
Wow, look at that. Oh, TJP with a reversal, sunset flip.
Up on the shoulders now, and DKC in trouble. Wait a second, no, able to escape, standing switch. Roll up, how about this one? Well, this would be something if the DKC wins a battle on behalf of the LA Dojo against their nemesis. TJP, the leg hook too, and he escapes.
I bumped into DKC backstage, and he said that, you know, he's so proud of the LA Dojo and being a part of it. It's like a family. They're all brothers training each day in and out. Their warm-up is just 500 squats.
Right.
Warm-up.
It is a 24/7 life.
Oh, look at that.
And had him trapped. 2. He's able to kick out.
Look at that. Vintage! Drops him on his neck.
So TJP putting the DKC down.
But DKC came and bringing the fight, no doubt about it.
It is taking, I'll say this, DKC has vastly improved because a year ago, TJP would have won in under 5 minutes.
And they've wrestled before.
And look at this, 2.
Wow.
And the DKC is hanging with TJP.
No doubt about it. They're going hold for hold, pin for pin. Oh!
Drop kicks him out of midair.
TJP just a little bit faster.
And now the DKC down in the center of the ring. Here we go, Mama
Splash. It is over.
There it is, 2. And TJP wins. All right, let's not be biased here at the commentary position.
I'm not being biased. I'm simply showing respect to the victor of the match.
Well, of course, the United Empire riding high and things looking to improve throughout 2022. TJP and Clark Connors are on an inevitable collision course. Will TJP pay for his sins of betraying his tag team partner and turning his back on the LA Dojo, or will Clark Connors learn a very difficult lesson that TJP's decision was the right one? He gets the win to kick off this edition of New Japan Strong here on the Nemesis Tour.
第2試合タッグマッチ20分一本勝負を行います。
Be interested to see what this first-time team could put together against one of the fastest rising tag teams in the wrestling world. The familiar face in Jordan Clearwater, the best yet to come for him, the debuting Keita Murray. And let's see what he can put together with Jordan Clearwater here on Strong.
Look at Golden Boy. I mean, he's looking like $1 million, and so does Keita. Hailing from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Up in my neck of the woods.
I thought you were from Ukraine.
No, that's you.
Keita
I gave the analogy that Scranton to where I live, I kind of would live in the Ukraine of Pennsylvania, to the south. And Scranton is tough. It's cold. You gotta be tough to hang in a town like Scranton. So I expect to see some toughness out of Keita Murray. We know what Jordan Clearwater can do. The only thing that's lacked for Jordan Clearwater is consistent track record of victories. He's been unable to string them together.
Well, he's getting there. He's still young. Oh, yes. It's time. Let's bow down. Let's bow down to the most dominant group in all of pro wrestling, the Bullet Club, and these two guys, Hikuleo, the young giant, and the ultimate finesser, Chris Bay. I mean, they have so much chemistry together, and they're probably two of the most hungriest of the Bullet Club.
I would agree with that. It's part of a new wave, I think, within Bullet Club as they've begun to spread their tentacles out throughout the world of wrestling. Chris Bay had been competing almost exclusively on Impact before he came and started competing on New Japan Strong. And it was there that he formed the bond with Hikuleo. They jumped to Impact, found tag team success, even getting a victory over Finjuice on Impact Television. Now coming back to New Japan Strong as a team, poised and ready for whatever tag team opportunities could come their way here on New Japan Strong.
I don't think I'd be wanting to stand across the ring from a young giant in Hikuleo.
アルティメットフィニッシャークリス・ベイ
He makes it look easy, effortless.
アレットクラス約3センチ127ヤンガンヒクレオ
6 feet 9 inches tall. Just scratching the surface of what he will accomplish before it's all said and done in professional wrestling. Were you there on that fateful night back in May of 2013 in Fukuoka when Carl Anderson, Tama Tonga, Bad Luck Fale, and Prince Devitt formed Bullet Club?
I was around. And, I mean, that started years of domination that still goes on to this day.
One of the biggest events that's ever happened, if you think about it, in pro wrestling. And now, from May of 2013 to here in January of 2022, it's almost a complete decade where Bullet Club has been riding high.
Incredible, and let's get a little too sweet.
In our last segment, you were pro United Empire.
Well, I mean, I can...
And yet you were also singing the praises of Bullet Club's leader, Switchblade Jay White.
Well, yeah, I mean, I respect those that are winners. What is this all about? Wow, it appears as though the Golden Boy and Keita Murray are a tag team today.
They might have a little something. We'll see. We'll see what happens. How about 1 in, 1 out? Let's ring this bell and get the action started, because that's what we paid to see. There we go.
I love watching the ultimate finesser, Chris Bay. He's so confident and so good in that ring. What a acquisition by Bullet Club.
Yes, no doubt about it. We'll see how Keita Murray fares here in his New Japan Strong debut. Obviously, the butterflies are rolling in his stomach, and it'll be good for him to get that bell sounded. He's been mulling about all afternoon, was first here. I had the opportunity to speak to him about his Scranton roots. And it's again, the miles you travel as a pro wrestler can take you far, far away from home.
You know the best thing that came out of Scranton?
What's that?
The Office.
We did talk about that. Yes, we did. Dunder Mifflin crowd, he said. Reverse is nice. Thought he was going to go for the reverse hip toss.
Oh.
But that's what Chris Bay can do. He can turn.
Wow, look at that. He wrapped his leg around the leg of Chris Bay and took him down, now pulling on the arm.
Almost looking for a three-quarter Nelson here, and it's put Chris Bay's shoulders on the canvas for just a 1 count. Running through to try to get the tag to Hikuleo. Keita Murray makes him pay and will prevent the tag to the much bigger Hikuleo. This is the key. If you want to beat this team, got to find a way to keep Hikuleo on the apron and double team Chris Bay as often as possible.
Good tag team action.
Leg drop there by Jordan Clearwater. And again, Jordan Clearwater, as we've said a number of times, trained partially, beginning of his training, by one of the core 4 Bullet Club machine gun, Carl Anderson.
That's right. And look at the size on him. He's gained some weight and muscle. That's gonna come in handy. Oh,
Oh, and had him by the beak. And look at this.
no. Oh, man.
Jordan Clearwater would be the largest athlete on the roster of Strong were it not for Hikuleo.
Oh, my God. What a forearm.
And you can see the height differential. Swing and a miss by Hikuleo. And Jordan Clearwater hits the ropes. And the tackle, yes, it moves Hikuleo a little, but Jordan Clearwater normally would be picking up his opponent after a tackle like that. Hikuleo still on his feet. Jordan Clearwater.
Oh, my God. We don't talk about that typically, but a shoulder tackle can dislocate your shoulder,
Yeah, I know.
especially from a man like Hikuleo.
It is, again, just don't write anything off as automatic when you're facing somebody like Hikuleo, who now just mauling here. And of course, 2021 was a year of growth for Hikuleo here on Strong, and 2022 has big designs in mind.
I wonder what the conversation Hikuleo is having with the ref.
Well, it's kind of like Bullet Club DNA. It's in the group mantra to distract the referee to allow your partner to get the double team on the outside.
I didn't see anything.
Well, Chris Bay was choking.
He did something?
He did. That's how good he is. He did it without even you noticing.
Yeah, no, I was just focused on Hikuleo and the referee.
Face first into the boot of Chris Bay goes Jordan Clearwater. And now
we're going to see some finesse.
Immediately we see a right hand by Jordan Clearwater in the midsection, but Chris Bay shuts that down. And that's probably the smartest strategy, is to start to put those multiples of tags together, knock down Keita Murray. And look at this now, free reign for a 2-on-1 chance here.
Oh, this is going to be a big sidewalk slam, man.
Leg is hooked, and a kick out at 2. Hikuleo, of course, the younger brother, the baby brother of the Gorillas of Destiny. You know, if Hikuleo gets opportunity, if they choose to go in the direction of Filthy Tom Lawler and the Strong Openweight Championship, that'd be a match I'd want to see.
That would be amazing to see. I mean, we've seen that match happen before, but Hikuleo is night and day difference from then.
No doubt. Again, Filthy Tom Lawler. Oh, my God. Filthy Tom Lawler with Taylor Rust and Fred Rosser among those on his heels. The referee will count this. As Hikuleo celebrating with the fans, perhaps prematurely. That chop is no joke. Trying to reach out, make the tag, couldn't get there. Immediately slung back into the blue corner, the Bullet Club corner.
Kick out. 5 minutes have passed.
They're just
5 minutes.
wearing him down here. Look at that. Did you hear the thud of that European to the back?
Sure did. And now a cover and a kick out.
How beautiful was that?
Again, everything Chris Bay does, effortless. That ultimate finesser moniker really suits him. I would be interested to see, again, what tag team opportunities there can be here on New Japan Strong. You hear whispers, you hear rumors, and you're never quite sure what is to be or what is not to be. But I would say that if they're tag team titles that are going to be defended here on this program on a regular basis. Wait a second now, wait a second. Jordan Clearwater trying to get powerful. And Chris Bay, oh man, and to the eyes, another Bullet Club staple.
Oh!
Wow, what elevation. Incredible vertical leap. And Jordan Clearwater is able to kick out. If there are tag team titles at stake in the future here on New Japan Strong, I would say that Chris Bay and Hikuleo might be at the top of the list in terms of contenders.
No doubt about it. And it's been a while since we've seen Keita Murray in that ring. The Bullet Club has done a wonderful job isolating the Golden Boy and continuing to put the work on him.
And now the press and the cover and a kick out at 2. I think part of it might be let's keep the unknown out of the ring because we're not familiar with Keita Murray. We don't know his body of work. But we've battled Jordan Clearwater before. Let's take the enemy we know as opposed to the one we don't.
That's a valid point
They've
there.
isolated Jordan Clearwater. You can see the fingerprints of Switchblade Jay White.
Yes.
As it permeates the rest of the group on down. There is a strategy, a game plan, a reason why for everything. The elbow knocked down by Hikuleo. And it might just be a matter of time before they take the fall here on Jordan Clearwater. There's only so much a human being can take before the body gives out. He's not done yet. Shoves away, and now the tag. Okay, let's see what Keita Murray can do. Sidestep. Uh-oh, that's not where you want to be.
Oh! Oh! Wow.
Very patient, waited for Hikuleo to bend down to grab him. And now the trip. Hikuleo face first into the red corner pad. And now Keita going to the top rope. But let's see if he can score from here.
Drop kicking the man all the way back to the corner, which allows the Ultimate Finesser to get the tag.
And Chris Bay comes in looking to quicken the pace.
Oh!
Takes him all the way up over and around. And now Keita Murray.
Oh!
Knee strike, side of the head.
Well, this is the unknown of the... We didn't know what he was capable of. Look at that.
Then face first again. Let's see, can this be the upset? We want to say upset of the year, but 2022 has just begun.
A little too early.
No, we're safe. We can always say that.
Oh, okay.
Then something else happens that's a bigger upset. We can say this is the upset of the year. Oh no, so Jordan Clearwater.
Oh!
Now, Keita Murray is still the legal man.
Oh!
But not for long.
Jordan Clearwater fighting out along with Keita Murray here. And maybe it's going to take two of them to put the big man down.
Elevated all the way over the top. Jordan Clearwater down the floor. Hikuleo extending that boot.
Great flexibility. Oh my God.
That kick caught him right in the temple, and Keita Murray's lights were dimmed.
Yeah, he's not even here. Oh my God, that was a knee right to the temple.
Yes,
He's
sir.
out.
2 and 3. It's over. That's all it took.
He left the ring before even being out of here. When he took that roundhouse kick, he was gone. How dominant are these two?
They have the reputation that they have earned is because of their effort, because they put the work in. And they just have a natural chemistry.
They do. And they complement each other.
So Hikuleo and Chris Bay get the win here in the first new episode of 2022 of New Japan Strong. And our first main event of the new year will be, in just a few moments, Gabriel Kidd versus Eddie Kingston. There's a lot to chew on in this one, and we'll be back in just a few moments to talk about it.
This is what I live for.
All right, keep up the hard work, guys. Hey, Royce, where's this one going?
Parts unknown.
Tocon Shop Global. We ship worldwide.
Why, buddy? You finished those Okada orders yet?
Yeah, with the new Team Filthy shirt, papi.
Genius. Eso, mi gente.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
本日のメインイベント30分一本勝負を行います。
Well, a hell of a main event to kick off the Nemesis Tour with an opportunity to once again see Gabriel Kidd in action. On excursion, fighting out of the LA dojo, has been through so much, well documented, but his return match against Jonathan Gresham was a successful one, and now Gabriel Kidd taking on a world-renowned fighter in Eddie Kingston. Does Gabriel Kidd have what it takes to beat Kingston here tonight?
Well, that is a good question for sure, and I've heard both of these men talk about each other. They have respect for each other. Eddie Kingston has met Gabriel Kidd when Gabriel Kidd was starting out in the UK, and he knows the struggles that he's been through during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But he said that, look, it's not about your troubles. Set that aside. This is going to be a fight. And Eddie Kingston is going to do whatever is necessary to get the victory. And Gabriel Kidd said that if Eddie Kingston decides to bring some of that King's Road style, that he's going to show him what Shibata-ism is all about.
Yeah, what strong style is all about. It's the two styles of Japanese wrestling. King's Road style, more emblematic of all Japan Pro Wrestling, and strong style, more emblematic of New Japan. Now, Eddie Kingston, of course, being the student that he is of all phases of the game of professional wrestling, always leaned more towards that All Japan style, towards that King's Road style.
And you see it in his strikes and his suplexes, the way that he goes about it. You know, he's expressed his love for New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. He's coming to this bout with a respect to the guys that inspire him as well. Hashimoto, Chono, and Keiji Muto. Gabriel said that he looks up to Kingston and how he carries himself in and outside of the ring. You know, how raw he is, how real and honest, despite what anybody thinks. But that he's coming to fight him.
Oh, yeah. He's coming out here to beat Kidd in his own house, get a win in a New Japan Pro Wrestling ring, and all the success that Eddie Kingston has had over the last few years, where he, again, for years, Kingston was kind of that underground favorite that people had heard about. His reputation preceded him, but they may not have seen him. Well, they've gotten to see him on AEW television, and he's as real as it gets. But he hasn't changed. He's the same guy that's been fighting for over 15 years.
And tough as nails.
Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, and watch out that back fist. My goodness. Let's put it this way. Eddie Kingston has been fired from more promotions than most wrestlers have competed in. He's had run-ins with the law. He is, again, sometimes his own worst enemy.
Well, look, that's because he speaks his mind.
Yes.
He doesn't hold anything back.
Nope.
He stays true to himself. And he has to be real careful. Gabriel Kidd, one of his big strikes is the European uppercut, and it is a knockout strike.
It is no joke. But Kingston, trained in all phases, those hands are lethal weapons. Leapfrog, the boot puts Kingston down. So a much different challenge for Gabriel Kidd than we saw him in the grappling match against Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, this is not going to be a wrestling match.
No, this is going to be a fight. Oh, hello.
Oh, man.
Kingston biting him.
That don't feel good, Kevin.
And Kingston just rolling back up to his feet. Oh, there's a little bit of Hashimoto for you.
How about that? Slapped him off his feet.
Drills him, knee to the midsection. Oh, and another.
Man, pushing all the air out of his lungs.
Bends him in half with that chop.
And Eddie Kingston fights rough, punishes you.
And look at Kid, sit right back up.
Ooh.
And now, Kingston looking for the knockout and may have gotten it. Those open hands. Battering Gabriel Kidd.
Those open palm strikes can, injure your eardrums, when it lands over the
Hell, it
ear.
can break your jaw. Just wailing away.
Hard overhand fist, clubbing over the back of Gabriel Kidd, just punishing him here.
And now stepping over. Stretch plum here. Turning and torquing. Again, I was one that had gone to bat for Eddie Kingston more than once throughout the years and said, hey, what about Eddie Kingston? I think he might fit in well with this promotion. And was either told, no, we're not worried, we're not interested in the liability, or okay, but he gets a very short leash to very quickly find his way on the outside looking in. But that's okay, because you can never worry about giving Eddie Kingston bad news. He's the first one to own it and
That's
say,
right.
you know what, I messed up.
Oh, man.
No surprise that Gabriel Kidd is bleeding. But it is a surprise that he's still on his feet firing away at Kingston in the corner. There is.
Watch out for those European uppercuts.
Yeah, and you can see how that European uppercut,
Just one.
yeah, put Kingston down.
That's a very dangerous strike because he has perfected it. Can this fight elevate any more? Can it get any more intense? I can see another 20 minutes of this.
Uh-oh, watch out.
How about it?
Staggered. These two men have beaten the hell out of each other.
Gabriel Kidd asking for more.
Got poked in the eyes. Blocks one, delivers one of his own.
Oh, man. Still standing, but barely.
Gosh, it is amazing how he's able to withstand these strikes. Now after another European uppercut.
Oh!
Saito suplex. Backdrop suplex puts Kingston down. 2 and a kick out.
What a fight it's been.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
You can see the marks on their chest.
Yeah, this is one they're going to be feeling for a while, and one we're not going to forget very soon. Exploder on the way. Got him.
Beautiful connection, but
Kingston
is up.
on his feet, and there's an exploder for you, Gabriel Kidd. And the European uppercut stops Kingston in his tracks again. Clothesline puts him down. Again, part of that King's Road mentality. Take that finisher, get back up on your feet. Make him beat you with multiple finishers. And now, brainbuster on Eddie Kingston.
Both men sustaining a lot of damage.
And referee Jeremy Marcus now applying the count. It has been a physical war here at our main event. And Kingston doing anything he can, fighting the bottom rope, trying to pull himself up. And now the Billy Robinson style butterfly suplex that Gabriel Kidd has patented, taken as his own. And a DDT. That very much a Hashimoto-like exchange. Shinya Hashimoto, of course, the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, an absolute legend. One of the 3 Musketeers. With the aforementioned Masahiro Chono, Keiji Muto. Both men bleeding. Kingston bleeding from the mouth. Uh-oh. And now going to take him up again, at least try. And this might be pile driver, this might be power bomb. And now some Kawada-like knees catching Kidd on the side of the head. That softens him up for this. Oh! Sit out power bomb, center of the ring, Kidd 2, and a kick out, and an emphatic kick out. Kingston cannot believe that Gabriel Kidd kicked out.
He thought he had it in the bag. Both men beaten and battered and bloodied. 2 human beings just beating the crap out of each other. Who will outlast the other?
Checking him, Jeremy Marcus checking Gabriel Kidd to see if he is able to continue.
Oh!
Back fist, and no!
German!
And Kingston took that hard on his shoulder.
Well, dislocated shoulder or not, there's no giving up in Eddie Kingston.
Maybe it was the collarbone. It was a nasty landing. And Kingston down in the corner. Kidd rearing back and firing. Oh, back fist. Saito suplex. The backdrop suplex. Kingston with one arm to the cover. 2. And no, another kick out by Gabriel Kidd.
An almost 3 count. And maybe if Eddie Kingston was able to cover him with both arms, that would have done it. But that German, it took a big hit over that shoulder, the way that he landed.
Well, I'll tell you what, if this is any indication as the type of action that we will see here throughout this Nemesis Tour, Gabriel Kidd and Eddie Kingston setting a very high bar. And now Kidd looking for the knockout here. Looking to stop Kingston. Caught half and half. Oh, Jesus.
Dropped him on his head.
Another back fist. This one may have done it. Leg hook 2 and 3. It is over. Wow. Eddie Kingston survives. Eddie Kingston has defeated Gabriel Kidd. Get all the ice packs in. Get them on Kingston. Get them on Kidd, because that was a main event war. You know, and Gabriel Kidd didn't just all of a sudden pop up, be trained by Shibata, and have this match here. Started as a child in the junior program and had competed for over a decade before making the decision to join New Japan. He had to unlearn everything that he had learned. And here he is in his early 20s with over a decade of experience, fighting the likes of Eddie Kingston. Kingston, don't be a stranger here on Strong. But that's a world-class main event, Alex. That can hang anywhere.
That was as strong style as you can get here in the New Japan Pro Wrestling ring. What a fight, what a battle. I wouldn't mind seeing this happen again. I could watch these two battle it out any day of the week.
Absolutely right. Well, folks, the Nemesis Tour is underway. And next week's main event, you'd better be ready, because the top dog, Jonah, returns to New Japan Strong. His opponent, the challenge issued and accepted, it will be David Finlay. We're on the Nemesis Tour. The USFJ Openweight Challenge Series will culminate the tour in just a few weeks. Switchblade Jay White versus the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. We thank you very much for joining us here on New Japan Strong. Gabriel Kidd did not get the win tonight, but he has earned the respect of all involved. And the future is very, very bright for Gabriel Kidd. For Alex Kozlov, I'm Kevin Kelly. We'll see you next week.